Hey everybody, Prepper Nurse Juan here. Today is Monday. It is the 17th of July, 2023. Actually not a bad day here. The sun is out. Weather's fairly decent, moderate. I know that a lot of places around the country are dealing with extreme heat. A lot of problems. And so, hell is a nut. But a lot of extreme weather. Flooding up in the Northeast. A lot of bad flooding up in the Northeast. And a lot of drought in different parts of the country. I know I was looking at the map, and where I'm at here in West Virginia is considered moderate drought. Now, we had some rain come through, which we needed, because we'd have gone a couple weeks with like no rain. And so it definitely made a nice difference with what we had here, moving forward that way. So, but anyway, it's been decent weather-wise, like I said, here, but I know that other parts of the country are dealing with extreme heat, record-breaking heat. I think they said yesterday in Death Valley, they believed it was going to set the all-time record. And I love when they do that, too, just so you guys know. When they say, the all-time record is about to be broken. This record is about to be broken, the all-time record. Well, that's just since they started keeping records. And that was in the 1800s is when they started keeping records of what the daily temperatures were. So, is it really the all-time record? I want you guys to remember something, okay? At one point in time, Antarctica, which is buried under, a few miles of ice, right? At one point in time, that was a lush green vegetated area. They've shown that. They've shown that was the case at one point in time. There was a point in time where the planet was so extremely hot that pretty much the majority of the planet was tropical. They've proven that as well. So, we're in the most extreme heat of all time? I don't think so. I don't think so. And I love how things are twisted to get you to believe that, this is this and that is that, and oh my God, we need to do something. They're actually talking about setting up some things to try to deflect the sun's rays away from the Earth, to try to cool the planet down. Here's a thought. I mean, just a curiosity thought. A few more of these volcanoes go off. A few of them are going off right now, as we know. And the amount of stuff that they're putting into the atmosphere is way worse than any kind of pollution that human beings put into the atmosphere. But we can't talk about that, right? We can't talk about that. The amount of stuff that goes up into the upper atmosphere from these volcanoes compared to pollution, if you will, or cow farts and all those type of things. I'd like that comparison done. The correlation, sorry, bad problem speaking words today apparently. The correlation with how much methane from cow farts compared to one single volcano going off. I'll bet you'd be surprised at those results, folks. I bet you'd look at that and go, wait a minute, the cows aren't putting off that much after all. But that's what they want you to believe. When there is an agenda, and I want you guys to remember this, when there is an agenda and they have a thing that they want to push, that's what they're going to push. Period. End of story. That's how it goes. That's how it's always gone. And so people need to realize that there is always going to be a manipulation of the numbers, what things look like. They can't say that, now they can say this is the highest temperature since, on whatever date, since, we started taking records, right? But we've also had some cold records broken, too. you know, you think about the different cold weather events and cold snaps and how different parts of the country have been way colder than they normally are. I mean, this summer here in West Virginia has not been, I mean, we've had some heat, but nothing extreme like, you know, different parts of the country. So, depending on where you are, depending on what the jet stream is doing, you know, I know that the temperatures in the oceans are higher, and they're talking it's about a real possibility of more hurricane activity because the waters are so warm, and it really churns up these hurricanes. And you know, that is definitely, you know, could be a factor. So those are things that we need to be paying attention to as well. Man, these bugs today are freaking ridiculous. Fun time of the year with the bugs, I'll tell you what. You just walk around and they're like buzzing your face and in your ears and in your eyes. So, but anyway, I want to hear your thoughts on this. We have some absolutely do have some extreme weather going on around the country right now, affecting a lot of people, putting an extreme strain on the power grid, by the way. Just another little thought, right? But they're not really talking about that very much at the moment, about the extreme strain on the power system, or power grid, I should say, and how our grid is not prepared to handle those situations. Something to think about as well. A lot going on, a lot of manipulation going on constantly. Remember that. You know, if there is an agenda that is being pushed, they will definitely show you a jaded view of things to try to convince you that something is a real issue. Now, there's a lot of people fall for that, of course, but if you actually do your own research, you will see that that is not always the case. Anyway, folks, I'm going to jump off for now. Remember, we are all in this together. We are one race called the human race. As soon as we can figure that one out, we truly will be in much, much better shape. Also, remember to hug and kiss the ones that you love. Tell them every single day. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. We never know what's going to happen in life, so it's really important that we tell the people that we care about every day how we feel. Last but not least, STD. Step, thing, and day. One step at a time, one thing at a time, and one day at a time. Whatever you are trying to do, whatever you are trying to accomplish, you can do it. The only person that is going to stop you from achieving your goals is you. If you make realistic goals, set realistic goals, and then set about to making them happen, anything is possible. Stay away from the negativity, stay away from people that are telling you what you cannot accomplish, and you're going to be just fine. All right? I will see you all later. I hope everybody has a great day. Prepper Nurse 1, out for now.